Hello, Reformers, and welcome back to Prophecy of Pendor. Now, when we left off, we had just completed yet another fight with the Empire vassals, and as you can see, we actually do have Marius Imperator right here. Now, I'm going to be attempting to get Lord Cassian into the fight as well, as we do still have an extremely very strong front line here with these Empire Knights, Empire Legionnaires, Knights of the Raven Spear, of course, and then if everything else fails, we just have Heroine Adventurers, Maiden Adventurers, and Maiden Cavalry, of course. But first, of course, we do need to head on over to Sarah the Fox, who has advanced in level. Can you believe that? I actually had no idea that she was capable of this. I mean, she gained so many kills in the previous couple of fights that it is really quite amazing. I actually have no idea how that was even possible, but it was, and she did it, so that's really quite cool. Now, what are we going to do here? What are we going to do here? That's the thing. I actually have no idea, really. I guess intelligence and get another skill point, but it's kind of pointless, to be honest. I mean, everything here is very... yeah, you know? It's one of those. See, that's the thing. I have no idea. I have no idea, because as you can see, he's not giving us anything in terms of party skills. So, see, that's the thing. He's going to become a vassal. He is going to become a vassal soon. So, I guess it would be making sense to get him engineer if that actually makes a difference to him. And I'm going to give him some spotting skill as well, just to make sure that he can see those people sneaking up on him from behind. Yes. Try not to misspeak. That would be good. Yeah, great. And then again, of course. So, then, what do we do with Bertild? He has advanced to level 45. It is going to take him an absolute eon to get to 46. But what are we going to do? Well, we already have Pathfinding 10, so we don't really need that. We don't really need Engineer or First Aid skills. Inventory Management, we don't need either. Tactics is pointless. We already have a Tactician. It is coming down to basically going for Athletics, Shield, Weapon Master. Leadership isn't even a thing anymore, because if we went for 24 charisma, we would still not be able to get an additional leadership point. So we're going to have to spend it wisely, and I'm pretty sure we know what we're going to do. We're probably going to go for shield skill because, well, being able to hide behind the shield is really good, and also it does improve shield speed and coverage, meaning you can move a little bit faster with it, and it protects you a little bit more often against arrows and bolts and javelins flying through the air, willing to impale you in the face. Yes, that would be good to prevent us from actually having anything like that happen. So that's the thing. What are we going to do now? What are we going to do now? I actually think that we should go for a little bit more strength, maybe get to 24 strength. Never going to happen. I'm just telling you now. It's never, ever going to happen that I will get to 24 strength unless we have some weird experience boost in some way, but there's no way that's going to happen in my opinion, because I've never actually gotten to level 50 as far as I'm aware. Have I? I think I've gotten to level 50 with one character before, and I still can't remember who it is, but it's someone. But yeah, it's going to be very difficult to actually earn experience. So let us head in. Come on. Oh. Yes. Well, this is going to be difficult, isn't it? 273 versus 764. Yeah, these guys are going to probably destroy us relatively nicely, but of course, I still have an overwhelming amount of cavalry in our reinforcement waves, so we should be absolutely fine. As far as I am aware, they don't have tea on their side and they don't have biscuits on their side, so we should be absolutely just perfect. So, let us get ready. I am a little bit worried, I have to say, but I think we will be able to pull this off. If we actually do pull this off, then that is going to be an amazing feat of engineering. I don't know why engineering came into it, but we are going to have to engineer ourselves a way to survive this particular encounter. I'm actually going to charge in immediately. And usually I never do that. Usually I wait for the AI to charge, but I actually feel like this is a really good opportunity, because if they charge straight on in, what's going to happen is they're going to go into disarray. As you can see, look at this. They're just running all over the place, not actually knowing what is going on. And that's exactly what we want them to do, isn't it? Yes, that is exactly what we want them to do. So, hopefully, that will actually work really nicely, because even though their cavalry is quite deadly, they still do have those Guardian Empire Knights and various other... They actually have some Shadow Legion units, as far as I'm aware, do they? I'm not entirely sure about that, but they do have the Guardian Empire Knights and a various amount of normal Empire Knights. But as you can see, I mean, just look at this. They are in absolute disorganization. They have nowhere to run, nowhere to hide, and we are just going to absolutely slaughter all of them. So, yeah, I think charging in at the first sign there, I kind of just had a feeling that that was the way to go. And usually, you know me, I'm not particularly strategic-minded. I don't particularly have, oh yes, we must approach them from this particular angle, 87 degrees from the east, as the sun rises over the various places and then sets in the south, because we have no idea about sunsets. But the point is, that is the kind of thing I'm talking about. I'm not particularly into all of that in-depth strategy, even though I actually like grand strategy games, hilariously enough. But yes, it's usually just because I can do something kind of funny with them, and that's mostly it, because I find them entertaining. That's basically what it is. Not that I am a huge strategist anyway, but anyway, the point is, we are actually doing a really, really nice job right now, and I am very proud of our units. Unfortunately, not proud of that heroine adventurer who decided to take a day off. To take a day off and to actually just lie down. That's really kind of unfortunate. And I'm not entirely sure why I'm playing it down. It's kind of a bad thing to lose those heroine adventurers, because they are amazing. They literally are some of the best units we have, and I really did not want to lose them, but, well, that's just how it is, isn't it? I mean, it's just one of those things that you're going to have to deal with, so hopefully, I really want to use some of my throwing weapons, but every single unit I see is using a throwing weapon right now, including that Guardian Empire Knight, and I really did not want to go mano-a-mano against him. Yeah, that would have been absolutely terrible, and probably end up in me dying, so yeah, it's probably a good idea not to. Ooh, here we go. Yeah, no. Yes, there we go. Oh, yes, it hit him where the sun didn't shine. Oh, yes, that's what we like to see. Okay, so, come on, take out that guy. He has a huge polearm. Definitely want to make sure that he doesn't use it against our cavalry. We are actually losing kind of badly now, because our Empire Armored Crossbowmen are so far back that, well, they're not assisting us. So I'm actually going to tell our cavalry and infantry to come back here. Slight change of plans. We're going to tell them to come back here, and then we are going to be a little bit careful here. A little bit careful in terms of making sure that we don't lose any more of our very, very trustworthy and exceptional units. So, yeah, there we go. Okay, so we can get now a sort of a second charge going on. And I know second charges usually aren't as effective as the first, but it really depends on how you use them, and because all of the enemy are, well, most of the enemy are on foot, I felt like this might be a good idea. They are consolidating their forces a little bit, though, which I have to say is kind of bad, isn't it? Oh, that is definitely kind of bad, especially taking that much damage. Yes, of course. Of course. Okay, come on, let's try and help that Empire Armored Crossbowman. He's having problems. Yes, let's tell our archers to charge in now as well, so that they can actually deal some damage with their melee weapons if they want to. Because as we know, when they charge up a siege tower or a ladder, and all of our infantry and cavalry have been taken out, it's the Empire Armored Crossbowmen that finish things up, and they actually can deal very good amount of damage. So, it seems it will be cupcakes for all. Oh, yes. Yes, cupcakes for all, apart from, of course, the Empire vassals that decided to attack us. But, yeah, point is, we are actually dealing some really nice damage against overwhelming odds, and I'm going to try and hit this guy from all the way over here. It's never going to happen, but we're going to try. Everyone's trying. Everyone was absolutely trying to take that guy out, hilariously enough. Okay, so there you go. 55 renown, in actual fact, which is... Oh yeah, I like that. I like that a lot. So, yeah, we lost 5 Shadow Legion Centurions, and we had 16 of them totally taken out, which is kind of bad, because they are our front line, basically, but we took out a huge amount of the enemy's units as well, as you can see. 13 Guardian Empire Knights, and they have 33 of them, I believe. At least Marius Imperator has 33, so he now only has about 20. So hopefully that will make a big difference. Now, we are going to actually be walking away a little bit here. And there's a good reason for that, and that's because I don't really want to be doing battle with all of these guys. No. All of these guys over here, they can just go and chill out somewhere. But I really want to take... Yes. There we are. Exactly. Oh, yes, I was just waiting for Marius to turn back because, as we know, he's pretty slow. You know, he's pretty slow, and he can't really catch up to us very well, so it's very nice that Justice Ducks decided to come with us here. And now we have the battle advantage. Ooh, how the tables have turned, Marius. Oh, yes. Please just do not become any kind of god of wrath or something along those lines. Marius? Rome? Maybe? Yeah. Son of Rome? Yeah, okay. That will be all I say about it. But yes, nevertheless, we have 41 cavalry. I think it's about time we charge them in. We have a huge amount of enemy cavalry. So I'm kind of a bit worried about them. Let's avoid that tree, thank you. I really don't want to run into a tree. Yeah. And that's what that driver said before he ran into the tree. Yes, exactly. It always happens to me. Always, always, always. Okay, wait. Nope. Yep. Oh, we took out his horse. Oh, that was relatively spectacular. I mean, considering the horses are usually a lot harder to kill than the actual riders, so it's kind of nice. It is kind of nice. Unfortunately, I am taking a little bit of damage here. I want to get out of the fray here as much as possible. Don't really feel like getting killed. Wait, have I been killed so far? I don't think so, actually. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Let me not say that. I'm not going to say anything, okay? But I am going to say one thing. I have not died yet. Is that amazing? And I should not have said yet. Because now I am going to die a horrible, horrible death. And probably going to get shot in the face by some sort of javelin. Yeah, that's probably the case. Oh, yes, also, a couple of you were actually mentioning my shield. And yes, this is actually from the Snake Cult a long time ago. I think it is an Anaconda Knight's shield, as far as I'm aware. Now, the reason I'm using this is mainly because of the size. Because the size to me is absolutely fantastic. I really love using it, mainly because it's just able to defend me from many, many different angles. However, the Noldor shields, which of course are better in general, I think they have a little bit more resistance and a little bit more speed, and are in general just somewhat better. They are a little bit, well... Yes. Should not have mentioned it. Should not have mentioned the ability of me dying, yes. Shall we say the possibility of me dying? Yeah, that would have not been a good idea. But the point is, what I was talking about beforehand, as our Empire armored crossbowmen sweep over the land, and they destroy absolutely everyone. Yeah. So, yeah, the Noldor shield is a little bit smaller, and so it covers less of an area over your body, and so that's the reason why I was a little bit dubious about using one. I did actually purchase one a while ago. In actual fact, I think I purchased one from Quigfen, and it was, while it was good, it had less size, and I was really worried about arrows and bolts actually just penetrating around the side and being able to hit our body in some way, and I really did not want that. So I wanted to make sure that we were going to survive, but of course, sometimes that actually doesn't even make a difference, because of course, we did just get taken out by a javelin, and it was, what was it, a javelin? Yeah, it was a Jatu Lancer or something that threw it at us, or how did we die? I think it was something like that, but yeah, that was kind of strange. I really thought it was going to be an Empire unit of some sort, maybe a Legionnaire or something that was going to kill us, but no, they had different plans, very much different plans, and I am very annoyed. I am very annoyed at them. Oh yes, very annoyed in actual fact, because now we are unable to take part in this, and we, well, see, this is the thing. I don't think we would have been able to take Marius Imperator prisoner anyway, because if it is the same formula as the unique spawns, now correct me if I'm wrong, but if it's the same formula as the unique spawns, they need to be at least 15% or 20% HP. I think it's 15%. They need to be at least 15% HP or higher to have a possibility of being taken prisoner. So unfortunately, Marius, at least right now, is at 4%. So I will have to retreat, and I'm probably going to go to Ethos, or Ethos, or however you want to say it, and we're going to go over there and rest up a little bit. But for now, that will be it for this episode. I know it's just battles, but this is the precursor to us actually attempting to take Janos, and that is the home of the Empire Immortals. So if we can eliminate that, then we will stem the tide of Empire Immortal units actually coming out and being like, hello there, I can defeat your Shadow Legion Centurions very easily. Well, some of them can anyway. So yes, I thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.